Illegal immigrants waiting for deportation are receiving gold-class treatment, according to an investigation by The Sun. It has been revealed that illegal immigrants are able to access free services like dedicated on-call GP services, maths tutoring and exercise classes, all paid for by the British taxpayer. The perks are in addition to the government-funded detention housing and transportation costs, which have already cost the British taxpayer almost £55 million this year alone. The revelations come as a shock, particularly as they have surfaced only one day after Britain's Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, appeared to crack down on illegals entering Britain with a raft of new policies.
We will do so by making refugee status temporary, not permanent. A grant of refugee status will last 2.5 years, not 5. It will be renewed only if it is impossible for a refugee to return home. Permanent settlement will now come at 20 years, not 5. I know this country welcomes people who contribute, and for those who want to stay and are willing and able to, we will create a new work and study visa route solely for refugees, with a quicker path to permanent settlement. To encourage refugees into work, we will also consult on removing benefits for those who are able to work but choose not to. Outside of the most exceptional circumstances, family reunion will not be possible, with a refugee only able to bring family over if they have joined a work and study route and if qualifying tests are met.
But it seems Mahmood's new reforms aren't pleasing everyone, with the leader of the Green Party slamming the Home Secretary.
Attempting to out-reform is actually just boosting this baseless far-right narrative and will only deepen divisions when we urgently need leadership and hope.
Let me tell her, I couldn't care less what any other political party has to say about these matters. I don't care what other politicians are saying on the television. I don't care what other activists are saying either. I care about the fact that I have an important job to do, and I can see that there is a problem here that needs to be fixed. If it was possible to pretend there wasn't a problem because there wasn't one, I wouldn't be saying there is one. There is a genuine problem in this asylum system, and we need someone to sort it out, not to pretend it doesn't exist, which I'm afraid is one of the things that fuels the division in the first place. My own constituents.
And whilst the Green Party thinks the government have gone too far, the Conservatives aren't buying what Mahmood is selling.
How many people will be able to take advantage of the new work and study visa route? And what will the level of the cap be? Will it be 10,000 people? Will it be 100,000 people? The government has separately confirmed they will allow Gazan students to bring dependents. We oppose this, but can she clarify how the government will ensure that people brought to the UK from a territory under Hamas control are not a risk to our security? If she finds that the Human Rights Act and ECHR prevent her from enacting these proposals, will she use primary legislation to resolve this? Has Lord Hermer agreed? By her own admission 3 weeks ago, the Home Office is not yet fit for purpose, so why then are we creating the new legal routes for the Home Office to run? And will she take me up on this serious, genuine offer to meet and discuss how we can work together to resolve this asylum crisis, yes or no? I urge her to put party politics aside, meet with me and my shadow Home Secretary. Let's find a way to work together.
GB News commentator Mark White agrees, saying he's sceptical that the reforms will make any difference.
We understand these plans are going to look like.
Well, there's lots of them, lots of different measures. It reminds me a bit of these Russian drone swarms, so you don't really know where to look. We have just been hit by announcement after announcement in the last few days about the restrictions they're going to bring in. But I think, individually, none of these restrictions will make all that much difference. Added together, it's possible they might, over a longer term, do those who are coming here even know about some of the restrictions that might be in play. And of course,
and Reform UK Deputy Leader Richard Tice says the policy reforms are performative as they won't get past the Labour Party or the Supreme Court.
Get your response to today's announcement. Is it all mouth and no trousers?
Well, they've essentially been copying the sort of rhetoric that we were talking about a couple of months ago when we announced our Operation Restoring Justice, Detain and Deport But everybody knows that it won't have the backing of a significant chunk of the Labour Parliamentary Party, and it won't get past the human rights lawyers, our own Supreme Court, and the European Court of Human Rights. And that's why, for all the noise, all the bluster, this will make no difference whatsoever. You have to leave the European Convention on Human Rights. You have to repeal our own Human Rights Act that essentially copies the ECHR. When you do those two things, then all of these measures announced could be enacted. But until then, frankly, it doesn't amount to a row of beans. Despite all of the rhetoric and the hopes of people like Joe White that you heard there, already there's a mini rebellion brewing in the Parliamentary Labour Party.
And it seems even Donald Trump isn't buying what the Labour Party are trying to sell the UK people, with the President of the United States giving a chilling warning to the UK about the state of their immigration crisis.
And some of them murdered more than one person, and they're gone, you have the same exact thing. You have people coming in from parts of the world. You better do, if this interview is good for one thing, you better do something about immigration, because it's more important than inflation. Inflation you can solve. But when you have people coming into your country and they're bad people, the wrong people, it doesn't work, and it's not working. If you don't get them out, you're not going to have a country left.